My name is Amanda Willis. I am from Murfreesboro, and I am a secretary at one of the elementary schools here in Murfreesboro. I saw a primary care doctor here at MMC and was referred over to Dr. Mangus at that point. I had a swollen lymph node that he just needed to look at, and when I met with him, he was very informative, very compassionate, very kind of to the point. His staff was really nice because I had been dealing with just trying to figure out what the next step was for probably 2 months at that point. But he did not show any red flags of being concerned at the time, but he said, let's go ahead and get this taken care of. And I had met with Dr. Mangus, his staff, and had a surgery within 2 days. So that was very helpful. It gave me a peace of mind because it was just a process of I was ready to kind of get my answers. So that was very helpful. And once we had the surgery, they had already got my follow-up appointment. They'd taken care of my insurance, how much we would have to pay. So that was a peace of mind to know what we were up against in the beginning. And then whenever I would come back a week later, just to get my results, they had me see another doctor. And as we were progressing to talk about things, one thing that stood out to me about Dr. Mangus was I was not on his schedule that day. But because of my pathology report that did not come back like we had hoped it would come back, he actually was asked to be pulled from his surgery, and he wanted to tell me in person. And so that was, to me, that was very personable, very sincere. He came in, he shook my hand, sat down with me, got on eye level with me, and just explained to me that we did not have the news that we had hoped for, but however, he assured me that this was a season, this was not going to be my life, and that we were going to get through this and we were going to move forward to the next step. So it was comforting, kind of in a moment where my world came crumbling down from that diagnosis, but he kind of reassured me that, take heart, that it would all work out, and we're going to get you where we need to be in a timely manner. My diagnosis was non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Stage 1, and so I had to go through chemo and radiation. I'm in remission, which is good. So we just went, that was June of 2018, got the ball rolling on August, was done with everything by November 30th. So it was so nice to be able to just be 15-20 minutes down the road, because I would be at the doctor's office sometimes twice a week. I have kids, so to get them to where they need to be was helpful, that I didn't have to kind of worry about that and then fight traffic to get here. And then I was in and out in a timely manner, so it wouldn't take up so much of my day. It was, I was in and out, and it's really helpful to have everything kind of right here. I would recommend Dr. Mangus, probably because he is very compassionate, very sensitive, very professional. He's able to meet with you in a standpoint as a doctor, but also as someone as just a caring professional. And I think that's what makes the doctor stand out from others, as the bedside manners standpoint. But you could tell he really cared. I remember even them handing me tissues in that room just because, and they were very patient with me. They let me ask questions, and he to the best of his knowledge, was able to answer those and give me time. So he didn't rush me out the door. He was very kind. He understood what I was going through, and he wanted to be sure I left that room with all the information that I could have in that moment, because that is life-changing, and he wanted to be able to answer those, and you could tell that he really cared. It wasn't just a piece of paper he was looking at. He really cared that there was a person in front of him that was just told life-changing news, and he wanted to take care of that, as best as he could.